I think a hero is someone who isn't perfect, but sometimes sacrifices their own comfort and or safety to help someone in need, even if that someone in need hasn't always been good to them. In the book The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, we watch through Amir's eyes how Hassan saves him time and time again. "For you 1,000 times over" was a quote spoken by Hassan in the book The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. It showed that he would sacrifice himself time and time again for Amir. Hassan helped Amir by taking the blame and always lying for Amir even when Amir didn't deserve his help. Later, Amir tries to save Sarab like Hassan had saved Amir by adopting Sarab and taking him back to America to save that little boy from Asif and the Taliban back in Afghanistan. In the book Macbeth by Shakespeare, Lady Macbeth saves Macbeth from getting caught numerous times because he killed the king and still had blood all over his hands. Again, she has flaws since she is still helping with the murder, but she's still selfless and helps her husband escape being caught, even though in the end they meet their fates and die. In the book Macbeth by Shakespeare, Lady Macbeth says, "Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty," meaning she would sacrifice her own feminine kindness and use her persuasive power to help Macbeth secure the crown out of love for her husband. In the book 1984 by George Orwell, Winston is seen as a hero because he rebels against the evil party and hangs out with Julia. He is selfless and puts himself in harm's way just to show the party that they don't like their rules. In the book 1984, Winston says, "It's not so much staying alive, it's staying human that's important. What counts is that we don't betray each other." He says this line to Julia to show that he won't betray her for the party, even though in the end he ends up doing so anyways. He again isn't perfect because he still gets caught and dies from being shot in the back of the head, but he sacrificed himself at first just to rebel against the party with Julia. A writer had gone through the rebuilt world of the Trade Center and had asked what his definition of a hero was. He said, "Always remember the heroes who did ordinary things, but in extraordinary times so that others may live. And we continue to do that today, running into danger, and it's all up to us to make sure we work together, so the people we send into danger can go home to their families." Joe Minogue is a retired lieutenant from the FDNY, and he talks about all the lives that were lost, but he especially talks about the firefighters and the officers who died in 9/11. He honors them with a moment of silence that honors the survivors who had fought the fires. They were both talking about family members who had served as firefighters or other first responders during 9/11, and how the families were affected, and how these people should be remembered for their sacrifice and that they were heroes for putting their lives on the line for the people in those two towers. Everyone is human. They aren't perfect, but they were still heroes with their own stories who sacrificed themselves for the people in those towers on that day, no matter what they were. They didn't stop saving anyone of a certain race, ethnicity, or gender. They saved as many as they could, no matter who they were, and they considered heroes for putting those lives before their own.